do. Whatever.
Hello, guys. We're live. See, I'm already demonetized. We're like
I was just going to say.
seconds in. See, if there was ever a chat where we needed your like monetary support, it would be this one because we're already demonetized.
Hi.
Welcome to the live chat. I have my guest Theresa from Theresa's Dead here. I'm so excited to have her here. I'm just gonna do a quick little shameless plug. If you haven't been subscribed, I'd love to see you subscribe. I do have a subscribe button here. And also the join button if you want to join my membership. I do have member exclusive tutorials and emojis that you can use in chat and in comments as well, I've noticed, which is like, hello, progress. I know.
Wait, what's your thing? What's the little emojis?
It's my pets, and it's a happy clown, and it's the Who Asked for this. And I encourage you to use the Who Asked.
Can someone put the happy clown up? Because I refuse to believe that there's a happy clown. Oh, there is a happy clown. Got it. Okay.
Oh my God. Theresa, introduce yourself while I'm drinking my sour beer.
Ew. Okay. Hi. Hi. My name is Theresa. I'm from New York. I have an awful garbage mouth. I do makeup okay, and people like me because I tend to say fuck as a comma, and I have very weird things that I talk about. So people like that, I think. And go check me out. Subscribe.
Yes. Oh my God. I already have her in the description box, so you need to go and check her out. I usually do not cuss on my channel. I'm making exceptions for Theresa because I'm not a censoring kind of a person. Besides, did you see the changes at YouTube when they're changing the captions? That they're no longer. Yeah.
I heard.
Do you even have captions anymore? Or is it just like
yeah, well, I think some people put in funny things. I've seen that. And because I think because I have a New York accent, I sometimes get away with things. So it doesn't sound like it, but it isn't. So I'm like, I'll take it, whatever.
Well, that's good. Well, I have the opposite. Apparently my accent is funny, and sometimes the captions will give something like mildly adulty, and I'm like, I didn't even say that. I can't even take credit for that.
That's so good. Oh my God, we need to switch.
So rude. I love that I'm having you day drinking now because it is 6 o'clock here. This isn't happy hour for me.
This is, for me, this is, you have a problem that you're drinking at 12
That's the time of day this is.
So we're going to call this vacation drinking. So like when you're on vacation, it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to try to keep it light because I have to edit. So we're just drinking beer today.
But it would be if I had friends, there would be a foundation for an intervention.
Oh my God. Can I tell you, sometimes people will say that during my makeup bingo videos, because I think people just assume I get like fucked up all the time. And I'm like, actually, no, I don't. It's just for those videos. Like, I mean, which makes it sound actually kind of worse, but whatever. Like, I don't drink all the time. And people are like, oh, I have a problem. I'm like, not really. I just know how to drink. Like, that's it.
Thank you so much, Martha, for joining the membership. You are very welcome.
I love it.
Oh my God, I remember when I've been abroad partying. Like, should I even be telling stories like this? But I've been abroad, traveling and partying, and people are like, do you want like a cider or like a little drink with just a little bit of alcohol? I'm like, I'm Swedish. I'm basically brought up on hard liquor. Just give me something better than this.
Oh my God. So what do you normally drink then? Do you drink beer or do you drink liquor?
I love a good drink. I go in periods. Like I've been so into Aperol Spritz. I've been drinking them on my channel. People send me pictures of their drinks, and I'm like Tuesday, like in the morning, and I'm like, that could be me. This could be me. But right now, I'm so into sour beers. It's the best. Oh my God, did I miss something? Sour beers is the best. Have you tried it? Or you just like...
No, the idea of sour is just, that doesn't sound like appetizing at all. Oh, thank you, Becca.
Oh, thank you so much, Becca. That's so sweet. But the sour beer, they're so nice. They're so
I
nice.
don't know why I'm like, grab a coffee, you drunk.
Yeah, and mimosa. Mimosa is a perfect drink with noon.
Here's the thing. I think orange juice is overrated. So for me, it's like I'd rather just drink the champagne. Like you don't need to dumb that down. Like just give me the bottle. I'll just take it to the head. I'm good.
I love a good Aperol spritz, but I honestly red wine is like
Okay.
the best.
Primo. Got it.
Any crappy red wine, even the ones that are like in cartons, will suffice, to be honest, as long as I don't have to have white wine, because white wine is.
That's so funny because I think I like white wine more than I like red wine because I feel like red wine is just so medicinal. Like it's so heavy. Like I don't. I'm like no. I like it light and crisp and like notes of apples. Like I'm just that bitch. Like I like that stuff. Actually when it comes to wine, I'm like the sweeter the better. Like I like sweet wine.
Oh well, I do that too.
Okay.
When it says like super dry, I'm like, yeah, can I get some Sprite with that?
Exactly. Like
love that for me.
love that. But for beer, I've never tried a sour beer. Like Alex, he'll drink a lot of like stouts and like just heavy bitter beer.
Yeah, no. Like I'll just get full, like half a beer, and I'm like, I need to go and nap.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I don't like that. So like this, what I'm drinking is like a cider, but it's like watermelon.
Oh, that's very like trying to grab onto summer. It's like it's not over.
Yes,
yet.
I do have a lot of pumpkin beer, but it's not refrigerated. So I was like, I'll just hold on to summer right now.
Pumpkin beer?
Oh,
this is my skeptical face.
No, pumpkin beer is so good. It's so good. Listen, you're basic.
What is it with you like
me? Come on. It's so good. It's not like sweet or anything. It's just so good. Embrace your basic white person and just like pumpkin.
I will say, like pumpkin spiced anything or like pumpkin flavored anything, it's not big here in Europe. I'm saying Europe, but it's like I'm Swedish. I'm speaking for the whole of Europe. I love that. Yeah. But we don't have that.
I think it's just an American
Have
thing.
I ever tasted pumpkin? Wait, I'm actually like, I'm just like, I'm like, have I?
You have Starbucks, right? Do you have Starbucks there?
Yeah, no.
What does that even mean?
Wait. Okay. Not in my town, but in Sweden, but not in my town. But like, so we do, but do we have pumpkin spice in Sweden? I don't know, honestly. Like we're
that is honestly, that's kind of worth it just to come to America. Like I know it's like coronavirus, like I know, but really, just it'll be fine. Just wear a mask, you'll be all right.
I know you could die, but bear with me, pumpkin.
It's so good. Honestly, it's so good. It's either you like it or you hate it. There's no real in between. And not everything pumpkin is amazing, but for me, everything pumpkin's amazing. So I like it. But I mean, it's an acquired taste. I'll say that. It's acquired.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like I've been to US like a lot of times. Like I've been to US probably more than 10 times. I've been a lot. And I was thinking the first time I was in US, I was standing in, because Swedes are big at candy. Like we love our fucking candy. Like we will eat candy like it's a sport and we're the best. And I was in the candy aisle in US. I'm like, everything is peanut butter. Like everything.
I would say America is not really good for candy. Like I definitely had subscribers send me stuff from Europe and even Asia. It's been fantastic. American candy tastes like shit. Compared
you have good candy, but it's like it's not so much to choose from. I think that's what surprises me. Because like I'm saying crisps like I'm fancy from the UK. Listen, your chip style.
Chips. Yeah. Oh yeah. We have a big chip
crisps. But that is our candy aisle. Like in my grocery store, there is a candy aisle, both sides, and then there's an additional chocolate aisle on the other side.
Why am I not in Sweden? What the fuck? Why am I wasting my time in America with subpar chocolate? I could be 500 pounds right now, and it could be great. Oh my God, that's amazing. I think that's what's the big disconnect, is that Europe has really good, like they have standards, right? So their chocolate is just really good.
Not all of it.
I'm gonna say just chocolate. For Americans, it's like they pump a lot of fake sugar and stuff. It's like they get scared of the real thing, so they're like, oh no, we want to save money, so we're just gonna invent some weird kind of fake sugar that will make you basically have anal leakage, and it'll be fine. And that's what most
and it's
of
the same amount of calories, but we're just naming it something else.
Exactly. Gotta love America.
Oh my God. I was, the first time I was in US, it was a long time ago. How old was I? I was a kid. No, I wasn't. I was like 24. But listen, it was a long time. It was a different,
You were a child.
It was a different time. I was standing in a yogurt aisle. And it was like fat free, but it was like 20% sugar. And I'm like, what do you think you're getting fat from? Why?
I don't even understand it. The amount of yogurt, though, I feel it's like all manufactured bullshit sugar. It's like you might as well just eat the pound of chocolate. Who are you kidding? Who are you fooling?
But I mean, I will say though, ice cream, listen, Ricardo's not here, so I can say it, but I mean, this would be divorce if he was here, but I love American ice cream. He's going to be like, have you tried the Italian?
Gelato.
Italian gelato. It's nice too. It's nice, sweetie. It's nice. But I love the American ice cream with just everything. It's like chocolate and candy and just peanut butter and just sprinkles and sauces and just all of it. I'm about that life.
So for me, I actually don't really like ice cream because I find it to be like too sweet and it hurts my stomach.
Teresa's left the chat.
I know, right? Bye. But there's one brand that I actually can like eat, say like 2 scoops or something like that. Like I'll actually be like not sick from, but they're not traditional flavors. So it's something like olive oil ice cream or like pear and blue cheese. It's like something really hipstery. That I'm like,
that I've never heard anything as hipster as olive oil.
It's so good. It's a brand called Salt and Straw. They don't have them on the East Coast. It's only on the West Coast.
Oh yeah, it figures.
It's worth it. It's so good. It's so good. I love it. See, someone said olive oil ice cream is actually good. Yes.
But look at this. There are so many dots after this. Like, look at this.
Okay.
Now, She's questioning it herself.
It's actually good, or is it's actually good? ... Which one? Because in my mind, it's actually good. ...
Listen, I've tasted this. I've tasted garlic ice cream. I've talked about this before.
No,
you know what? Sometimes people are like, yeah. It's not as bad as it sounds. Well, yeah.
Really?
I didn't like garlic ice cream. We were forced to make a garlic theme when I was in cooking school. Garlic ice cream. I'm pass on that one. I'm good.
I love that.
Ew. Oh my God. Someone was saying ew. Yeah. Oh my God. What?
Oh no.
No.
It can get weirder. I've had like fig ice cream. That's pretty good. I like the weirder ice cream.
This is very Mediterranean though, with fig ice cream. Like you can see that in Italy, but bacon? But I do love something salty with the sweet though, but I don't know about that one. Ginger ice cream, yeah, that is good. I can't believe that this chat is ice. We're talking about like, listen, I'm gonna go and get snacks after this. Oh my God.
Avocado ice cream, that sounds good.
Yeah, I've had that. It's actually really good. Is that a thing? Maple bacon?
Yes. Oh, maple. Yes. You listen. You got to come to America, okay? First of all, pumpkin spice is a thing and maple bacon's a thing. But now this is the season for pumpkin and maple bacon, so everything will have maple bacon on it. So it's like donuts, maple bacon ice cream, maple bacon, maple bacon, maple bacon.
Maple bacon with the maple bacon. I get it. I was actually like, I was gonna go to US now because I was gonna go to New York again this weekend, this autumn. But then like the world ended, so instead I'm sitting in this somewhat sequiny background, drinking a beer, wishing for better times, like any other times than these, to be honest. Anything will do.
Yes, honestly. Honestly, it would be wild if you came to New York now, because nothing is open at all. I think dining is 25%, but I still don't trust it.
Well, it's the same in Sweden though. I think the dining, I think you only can, how is it? They can only have 50 guests at once, a restaurant.
Okay.
So it's like, I don't know. For some people, it doesn't make a difference at all. But for some people, of course, it makes a difference how much they can have. And they need to have like 2 meters in between every chair. So they had to remove a lot of tables and stuff. So it's different, but it's definitely not like in other countries. It's not like that. But yeah, like I was meeting a brand a couple of, like, was that last week? And they were like, here are our news, they're so nice, and here's a travel set. Thank you for reminding me of what I can't have.
That's awesome. Love that.
Thank you. I will use that in 2033 when I can leave the country.
I know. That's what I was thinking about. Actually, I've been watching nothing but travel vlogs on YouTube. With nothing else, but just travel vlogs. And it's all right before Corona happened. So I'm like, wow, look at all these people. Like, I'm just so like, oh my God. But I can't wait to travel. So it's either I've been watching things about Tokyo, or I watch things about Las Vegas. Like, they're two very, very different places. But I'm like fascinated.
Have you seen my Tokyo travel vlog? Because I have one, since you're into travel vlogs.
Now you tell me this? Now you tell me this? How long is it?
No, I have 2. I have 2 Japanese travel vlogs. I don't know how long they are. Yeah.
Oh no, I like the longer the better. So like, I just want to see everything.
Okay,
I hate when they're
Have
short.
you seen my channel? Have you like, listen, if I ever get a video under 10 minutes, I'm like,
good point. Good point. At least they're entertaining to watch. There's some people that have longer videos that I'm like, oh God.
You're like, is 2 times speed really the fastest?
I know.
Marco Polo lets me go with 3. I need that.
I walk away. I come back. I'm like, oh, they're still talking. Okay, fine. Walk away again. Go to sleep. They're still talking. I'm like, all right. I need to watch them. After this, I'm going to have it on in the background while I edit. I love travel vlogs. And that is the one thing I want to do. If we ever get to travel again, I would love to do a travel vlog. They're just so much fun.
Yeah, I feel like I have like moved from when I get to travel to if I get to travel. I feel like I've changed the ways.
True.
Trying to keep my expectations down.
You're better off
my friend was, because I changed my name. When I got married, I changed my last name, so my passport is no longer valid. My friend was like, did you get a new passport? I'm like, for what? Bitch, where am I going? No, I don't want to raise my expectations like that. Get a passport for what? No. I'm not spending money on that. I'm not going anywhere.
Actually, I think mine is going to expire soon, actually. And I had the same thought, I want to say like 2 months ago, where I was like, should I renew it? And Alex was like, what are you, stupid? And I was like, yeah, all right. I was like, all right, I guess so. Where am I going to go anyway?
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping I can go somewhere soon, but it's like all the travels that we have canceled this. Like, this was going to be like the year. This was going to be our last year of traveling before we move, and we, like, Ricardo's going to change jobs, and like money's going to be more tight. And I was like, way to end that. Way to end it with it's not a bang. It's like when the balloon, the air goes out. That's what it is. It's not a bang. It's just a.
That's so sad. That's sad. I know, like that's this year we were supposed to do a lot of traveling and it just didn't happen. But like I know we can travel, I just don't feel comfortable. And it's
Mm.
because I don't trust other people. Other people are the problem. So, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was actually saying that too. I mean, I met two of Ricardo's coworkers. Like he works in a lab, so two of the people that he works with, most of the people he works with are not Swedish. So they have just come back because they've been visiting like their family in their home countries, and we were talking about like how weird it was to travel and how they had to be like on their toes on the airport because at any second their flight could be canceled. So, oh
That's
my God,
scary.
and we were talking, and I said, like, if there's anything that I've learned during this pandemic, it is that I have been giving people way too much credit. People are a
Yeah.
lot more stupider than I was given. Like, I
Yeah.
was like, no, people are adult responsibility, like they're kind, looking out for each
Mm,
other. No, people are
no,
stupid.
they are. It's true. Like everybody, and I think actually because people have been, either quarantined or whatever, people have just gotten even worse. So it's like common sense is like they don't have it anymore. So there have
It's
been
not that
so
common.
no, it really isn't. And there's so many times where I've gone to like the supermarket or whatever because we had to like pick up something, and people are just like cutting holes in their masks to talk, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, what? How are you okay? Like, how do you function in life? How do people like? How do you have a job? Like, I don't understand. So I don't know. There's just a lot of stupid people that are doing a lot of stupid things. I just don't trust anybody. I'd rather live in my bubble.
I will say I feel a lot. I feel like that a lot about people. Sometimes when they talk, I'm like, how did you make it this far? Like you're all grown. Like
Majority of my coworkers, like, how are you getting a check right now?
I
Who
was
hired
actually at
you?
the grocery store like
Yeah.
2 months ago. Like in Sweden, there's not a I don't know what to call it. Like people don't wear masks in Sweden because our
Yeah.
authorities have said you don't but they don't recommend you to wear masks. They recommend you to
Okay.
always stay 2 meters away from people and to
Yeah.
basically don't go out.
I need to live there.
And
Like,
also
yeah.
in Sweden, you don't get fired if you're sick. So if people are sick, they're encouraged to stay
Oh,
home. I
yeah, that's
know it's a
crazy.
luxury.
It
Yeah,
is
yeah,
a
yeah.
luxury. Oh, that's
But in
sad.
the grocery store, like I was standing in line, there was 2 meters to the person in front of me, 2 meters to the person after me, and there was this old lady. Thank you, Sherry, for joining the
Hi,
membership. I see you here.
Cherry. Cherry's
Hi. Oh my
great. We
God, what
love
am I doing?
Cherry.
Yeah, Sherry is amazing. And she was coming up like this. She's like, I'm sorry. I'm just buying a carton of milk. Can I cut in front of you? I swear this lady was 204 years old. And I looked at her. I'm like, sweetie, I'm not the one dying in this
I
pandemic. Back away.
I when I see old people and they don't have masks on, I'm like, oh, I'm like, no, go home, my baby, go
Go
home.
home.
Go home. Let me put you in this like beekeeper's
Mm.
outfit. Like you need to be preserved and protected.
Yeah.
Go.
But like all the places here in Sweden, they will have like literally someone that will go and buy your groceries and leave it outside your door. No,
Okay.
like no questions asked and no
Yeah.
fees. Like it's free. And still you see these old ladies at the store and you're like, what is going on? This is not a survival game. Like, are you bored? Are you trying to die? What's happening?
Oh,
Stay home.
that's so sad. That's so sad. Oh God. For us, it also depends on what time you're going to places. So here there are
Mm,
certain days, certain hours in the morning that are
mm.
considered senior hours. So my
Oh, that's
mom,
smart. Mm.
she's past 60. She was 62. So she technically qualifies. She doesn't like to say that. But anyway, she technically qualifies for senior
Oh,
hours. I know. Ooh. And so she's like, that's when I go to the store. But she's just like, yeah, it's a lot of older people that just don't have masks on. And it's
mm,
like, you're fearful for them, because you don't want anything to
mm.
happen,
Yeah.
obviously.
Mm.
So it's sad.
Yeah, it's I always go to the store just before closing because it's only me, the security guard, the clerk that really wants to go home, and then like one other person like me that just really wants ice cream right now.
Oh my God. That makes
Oh
sense.
my
So
God. Sweetie, that is not a toy. Can I help you?
Yes.
This cat, I swear to God. Where were you going? Like, if you could travel right now, you could go anywhere. Where would you go?
If I could travel right now and go anywhere, I would go to Tokyo. I need to go to Tokyo. I've watched countless hours of amazingness where I'm like, all right, I need to go here, 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 here. I don't know any of the names of these things, but I'm going to spend all my money. I already have like it planned out where I'm like, all right, we're going to have to buy like additional suitcases when we go there because the amount of stuff that I need to bring home, I'm going to have to ship half of it back. And I need to stay there for at least 3 weeks. Like that's what I've decided. That's where I would go. But realistically, if it was like, all right, we can't fly anywhere, then I probably want to go to Maine. Have you ever been to Maine?
No.
Maine is very pretty. So
this
it's
time of year though, because I'm the person, I travel for the weather. Like
okay.
Every time people say that they want to go to like England or Ireland, I'm like, they have like rain literally 300 days of the year. Do you know the chances of you coming there when it's not raining? They're slim. Very, very slim. I need nice weather.
Well, this weather, it's cooler. Like it's definitely like 50, 60, maybe 40, but it's all it's fall. So like all the leaves are different colors. So it's like it's really pretty to see that portion of the state because where I am, we don't really like fall lasts for 2 weeks and then it's winter.
Yeah. Oh, so like I don't. We have it for an afternoon. If you're at work, you missed it. I'm sorry. Come back next year.
That's awful. Oh, that's sad. So it's kind of like if I can go and have like the perfect kind of like fall vacation and be surrounded by like just good food and just like really nice area, then yeah, I would totally do that. But like I said, ever since this quarantine happened, I've been watching nonstop sorry. I don't know why I said sorry. Oh God. I forgot I'm not on my channel.
Are you a swearing person now?
I know. It's like force a habit sometimes because sometimes even at work, like I'll say that and I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry. And everyone's like, what happened to you? I'm like, I don't know. The quarantine got to my brain. But I just want to go to Tokyo. Oh
my gosh.
I want to go. I cannot wait to watch your vlogs now. I'm so excited.
Wait. Have fun. Here's the one. I've been to London 3 times, total of 7 days. It never rained once. I've been to London 2 or 3 times. England 2-3 times, and it never rained on me. I'm just like, listen. And I told my friend, he is from London, and he's actually from Crawley, and he was like, "Are you sure you were in England?"
See, I've been to Ireland once and it actually didn't rain at all. No, it did rain one day. Nice. One day. That
was it. Welcome, Becca, as a member. Yoo-hoo!
Use that sad, happy clown.
No, it's a happy clown. Stop it. We are happy clown.
Use that sad, happy clown.
Actually, me and Ricardo, because we were in Japan. Like I said, I have 2 travel vlogs. We were there for like 15 days, I think. So we were in Kyoto, and then we were oh God, now I'm dying. And then we were in Tokyo. Yeah. Oh my God, this is it. It's the end.
That's it.
And outside of Kyoto, like in between Kyoto and Osaka, there is it's like a park. It's like a national park where they have deer that love people. So they come up to you and you can pet them and you can feed them cookies. Aww. It's like the best experience I've ever had in my life. And I have that in my vlog. Now you need to see it.
Okay.
Sweetie, what are you doing?
I was going to say, like, I hear like a soft, like a little meow. And I was like, is that
She doesn't even like to. She's like, she doesn't even want to be here. But we wanted to go back to Japan as a what do you call it? Like wedding trip. Honeymoon. Sweetie, am I gonna have to? This cat. I see you.
Can we see the cat, or is this a fake cat?
She's literally under my house, just faking a cat.
I think someone's faking a cat. Okay.
She's under my chair.
People are screaming they want the cat. They could care less about me. They're like, who cares? We want cat time. And I don't blame them.
She's not having it. If she comes out, she's literally sitting under my chair. Yeah, I know. She's a menace. But we wanted to go back to Japan, and now instead we had one night at a hotel in Stockholm. I mean, it's basically the same.
Oh my God, that's okay. So that was supposed to be your honeymoon. So is that going
honey night?
Honey, when you can travel again, and when you feel okay to travel again, would that be your honeymoon? Would be Japan?
Yeah, we want to go back, definitely.
Oh,
we want to see more of the south of Japan, because I mean, the south of Japan is literally like tropic weather. Like they go there to have like a sun vacation. So we were hoping to do like and we were also hoping to go to, is it called Seoul? I think it's pronounced Seoul, like the capital of South Korea. But
Seoul?
Yeah, but I'm not sure exactly how it's pronounced.
I love you. You were just like.
It's like when people are pronouncing IKEA to me, I'm like, huh?
Oh my God. Oh yay, Selena. Sad happy clowns for everybody.
She is one happy clown. This cat, I swear to God, she's trying to ruin all of this. Come here and I'll give you candy. Okay, that's a lie, but you can come here anyways.
I was gonna say, I don't think you can. You can. I mean, unless there's cat candy.
Well, she doesn't.
But it's also,
really doesn't want to.
Sweden. Sweden has the best candy, apparently. So.
Yeah, well, no chocolate with this kitty. I mean, animals doesn't really go good with chocolate. Well, do you have a pet?
No.
How come? Are you allergic or just like
no? We can't have one. So I live in an apartment building. I can't have one.
What? Wait, the landlords can say you can't have a pet?
Yeah. So in the apartment building, you can only, in my apartment building, the first 3 floors, you're allowed to have an animal. When you go higher, I'm on the top floor, so I can't have an animal unless it's an emotional support animal, I think. But we wanted to get a dog at one point, but then that's before the pandemic happened. So I was like, neither one of us are home. Like we're always at work. But now that I'm working from home until January, probably even longer than that, I doubt I'll ever go back to the office, honestly. But yeah, maybe, but not in this building. I have to go to a new apartment or a home.
That is
maybe I'll buy a house.
Weird.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's my dream to buy a house at some point. We were actually talking about that, like a couple of friends at Marco Polo. We were talking about like house prices, like what you can get for like your money.
Imagine. I can't even imagine. Like, is it really expensive where you are, or is it really affordable?
In the city, well, I mean, Sweden is like any other. Hello, welcome so much. Wait, I can't get you up.
Remember?
Yay! Happy clown. Well,
Happy clown.
Sweden, like, if you go to my hometown, like, I could buy a house today, and I could buy the house next to it as well, and I'll buy the both cash, and I'll just bulldoze one of them and make a pool because they're so affordable.
I'm sorry, Scrooge McDuck. How much are houses in your hometown?
It's nothing, basically nothing. Like it's like you can get one for like $20,000, like.
Okay. All right.
But if you want to buy one in this town, you're gonna have to have about $1 million because it's a difference. And then you get like a shoebox with a questionable patio.
Wow. Okay. So that's interesting. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's not like that here. So
you're like
no, if you want, okay, so to give you an idea, like a price comparable, if you wanted, say, an apartment size, right, or like a studio apartment, it will probably run you about $300,000, and that's like nothing, and that's like shit. Like you're like you literally have nothing in there. You're in probably in a neighborhood that is nowhere near any sort of public transportation. So it's kind of like really like out there in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it's kind of like an idea. Like by me, it's like where I am. I'm by a lot of. It's weird because it's like apartment buildings, and then there's houses. So some of the houses are actually, I think, like upwards to like $1 million, and I'm like, how do people afford these? Like, I don't understand how people afford them. But they do.
They have a they have a lot of kidneys to sell, or like they're selling just relatives' kidneys. They're like, you don't need this.
I was gonna say, but the further, it's funny, if you go to Long Island, which is the suburbs of New York City, if you go further out east, like I want to say about an hour and a half from here, it's relatively cheaper to buy something, and you actually get property. Here, like you don't get property. So.
Oh yeah. In Sweden, if you buy a house, most houses do have like
yard.
Because I've seen, because sometimes in US I've seen like the yard is literally like enough to park your car and to put your bike, and that's it.
Oh yeah,
like,
no.
There is nothing else, like literally.
No.
Theresa Wood, you're so welcome. Oh my God. Ooh, I am not keeping up with these comments. I'm the worst. Listen, I need an assistant to keep us up with these comments.
Oh my God, I need an assistant too. But here though, like you don't get parking. Like that's not if you buy like an apartment or something.
No,
you still gotta park a mile away. Like it doesn't.
Yeah.
New York's awful. I don't understand why people want to come here.
Like the parking we have now is goals. Like I love our parking, but the parking we had before, I had to take the bus to get my car. That's where our parking were. So it was like, what's the point again with this like whole parking thing? Because I don't understand. But yeah, if I was to get a house, I wouldn't get it like in this town because I don't think it's worth it. Like I don't need to live in this town. If I'm having a house, I want to be able to go out in my backyard naked and not have the whole of Linköping being like, good morning.
I love that. I'm like, huh? I can just imagine I would be your neighbor. I'd be like, the neighbor lady's walking around naked in her backyard
again.
Like, oh God. Run inside. Oh no. I don't want any neighbors on either side of me. I think I have PTSD from the old apartment that I used to live in that I hated those people. I hate them so much. I still hate them to this day. And the neighbors I have in my apartment, one side I don't have anybody, like it's the outside, but on the other side I have I think 2 people. I never see them, and I think they're vampires, and I say that quietly because I don't want them to hear me say that, but I think they're vampires because they move really heavy furniture at a specific time, and I'm always like, is that a coffin? So I think they're vampires. They're lovely. They're lovely.
Delightful. Delightful little bats.
Yeah, but I'm terrified to piss them off. So I'm like, oh God. Oh, I love it.
We have a really big apartment. But we rent this apartment, but we have 3 walls. So we only have 1 wall to get against the neighbor, and it has 3 names on the door, but I've never seen the person, so dead. I don't know.
Jen.
So I don't know. I never we are basically like alone on our top floor. I let people I tell the delivery people just leave it outside the door. I don't see anyone here.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so
there's
funny.
There's literally no one here.
Oh my God.
How is renting then in because you live in New York? Do you live in an expensive area? Because I've heard that renting is crazy.
I think I live in a relatively cheap area considering I have heard some people pay an arm and a leg for rent. So yeah, no, I'm good. I'm in a decent neighborhood where it's relatively safe, it's fine. It's more residential than anything. It's a lot of just middle class, just working families, nothing crazy. Where I used to live, it was middle lower income, but it was way more populated. Everyone was kind of a little bit more on top of each
Oh,
other.
okay.
But rent has been fine. There are some places though in Queens and in Brooklyn that's like $4,000 or $5,000, $6,000 a month. That I'm like, get the hell out of here.
What's
like,
included in that price?
Nothing. A lot of times, nothing. So it's just like, no, like the rent that we pay, plus we pay an additional fee to park. So it's like two separate
we
things.
do that too.
Yeah. So it's all right though.
Well,
I mean, we're happy here. Like our lease will be up next June. So we're trying to see, like, do you want to stay here still?
Your lease is how does that work? Like, do you? Because in Sweden, if you get a contract on an apartment, like you sign the contract and the apartment is yours.
Oh no. No. You lease it. Like it's like you have a lease and everything like that. So basically,
I swear to God, don't
I honestly
come and get you.
You have a cat. I think you're purposely making stuff happen. Soon you'll just kick the internet out and they'll be like, oh, we gotta go. Bye. Oh, this cat. Oh.
No, the cat jumped up into my wardrobe and she tried to get up the pile and she just took it all down. All my sweaters.
Oh no. I love it. Okay, so if you want to leave here, you're basically, depending, you could do like a 1-year lease, you could do a 2-year lease. I've never seen anything beyond 2 years. So I have a 2-year.
But like, can they tell you then, like, no thanks?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, depending on like if you're paying the
mind blown. Oh my God, they can never kick you out of an apartment in Sweden.
Well, I mean,
like unless you're like literally.
Yeah, like if you're not paying your rent and you're being a fucking nuisance, you know what I mean? Like you're causing fights and you're like creating a lot of noise complaints, and then yeah, I think once your lease is up, they can just tell you to get the hell out of here. But or they could probably see. I don't know if they can kick you out beforehand because I think people have like squatter rights. There's a lot. It's very complicated when it comes to apartment rentals in the city. Yeah. But we're good tenants. We pay our bills.
Yeah. That's so. Good. I just want to say, Susan, we do not. I don't know where that comes from. I pay 23% in like income tax. I feel like that 50% is something that Americans say to be like, remember that Swedes pay 50% in income. We don't.
Got it.
I pay 23% on my salary, 23 or 22. So it's definitely not 50%. Okay, don't let people fool you into that.
Got it. Good to know.
Thank you so much for the donation. I'm listening to all of this. I have a 2-bedroom house with yard and pay $450. Iowa. See, this is where you need to go. Iowa.
Yeah, I know. That's where I want to go. I need to go like. Well, I always joke about it with Alex. Like, if we ever win the lottery, I would get the hell out of New York. That'd be the first thing I would do. And I would live like Iowa, where everything is just drastically cheaper, and I could live like a queen and like just whatever, spend the rest of my days not having to work or do anything ever again. That's the dream. That's the dream.
Yeah, I actually, that is like everyone should have a bucket list. Like I think I've talked about this before in my life. Like I'm repeating myself with every guest. I'm like, you should have a bucket list. Listen, I have a bucket list. My bucket list has things that are big and hard to achieve. Like I want to buy a house. One day in my life, I'm gonna buy myself a motherfucking house, and it's gonna be amazing. Then I have smaller goals.
Okay, what's your smaller goal?
I had a goal of buying myself a reading chair. That's a pretty small goal.
Oh, that's adorable. Okay.
And I had the goal to go to Venice, and I did. Venice is very pretty.
Nice.
So, but buy a house, that is like the end goal. Buy a house.
I'm in the same boat.
I really love that.
That's the goal. That pay student loans, like finish them up, and then buy a house. Those are my two, like, I need to get these done. These need to happen before I die.
Oh, I love it. Wait, I got another comment here. That is my Swedish friend used to pay, but she's quite old and was a high earner. In Sweden, if the more you earn, the more you pay in taxes, because this eat the rich. That's what we're doing here. If you earn more money, you pay more in taxes, but you only pay 50% in tax.
I don't know what that means here.
You only pay 50% of tax on the amount that goes over the wealthy. Like there's a limit. Like over this limit, you're wealthy. So everything that you earn over the wealthy limit, you pay 50% on that, but you still pay the 25, 23, depending on where you live. You still pay that on the amount that is under the wealthy. So it's like you pay the normal amount on this, and then whoop, the part that's over wealthy, you pay more on that. So that's basically how it is. But I do think that it's a good thing though, because I mean, if you make more money, you have more money to contribute to society.
Right.
But I'm a Swede, so that's how I think. I know that other people don't feel like this. That's the Swede in me. Oh wait, I can't read. That's the story of my life. I can't read. Cheers.
Got it.
I always finish my beer.
I'm working on number
2. Really? Why did I only get one?
I drink fast.
I talk too much. Now you entertain the guests. Okay. And I'll get a beer.
All right, guys. I want to know. I'll answer all your questions poorly, I'm sure. I think someone had a question for me, actually. Student loans suck. Yes, they do. When I go to so what I studied, I went to art school. I know. I went to art school, so I did photography, fine art photography. Not really much you could do with that, so except teach, and I don't want to be a teacher. I hate people, so love that for me. Someone asked if the vampire is friends with this. No, so the vampire people next door. Nothing. They're not. Oh, there's a cat! Yay! I honestly thought she was making the whole cat thing up. Just saying. That's what I thought. Anyway, okay. So I was just actually saying that I thought you were making the cat up. So I'm glad that you actually showed.
No, the cat is here. The cat is alive, but she was not entertained. And now I have cat hairs everywhere. But see, I do have a cat. She's still alive.
I love that. Someone asked me about the So the vampire neighbors next door. Now, no, they're fine. So there's another set of neighbors that have a weird friend that smelled my shoes once and smelled. Yep. They smelled my shoes and they smelled the lady that lives across from me. They smelled her shoes. I haven't seen him since, but I also stopped.
How did you see that he smelled? Like, did you like?
So I'll explain. So we have, like, in this apartment building, you could leave your shoes outside your apartment door, right? And it's actually a very safe building where you could. I've had packages and shit left out there for a couple of days, and nobody thinks anything. It's great.
Yeah, same.
Unlike where I used to live, where people would just steal shit all the time. So a lot of people.
I'm not convinced about this one.
No, what is it?
This is sour strawberry, also known as Old Cellar.
Ew. No.
Yeah.
So basically, you get to leave. You could leave your apartment. You could leave your shoes outside your apartment door, and nobody's gonna touch them. So one day, I heard this guy who's being like, where I sit in this. I'm in my bedroom, whatever, but out in my living room is right next to like the front door because it's not a very big apartment here. And I hear everybody that's out in the hallway. So I heard this one guy who was just being really fucking loud. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm very nosy to the point that if I hear somebody, I immediately go to the peephole and I just like look because I'm just nosy and I want to know. Oh yeah, I don't care shit. I want to know who's out there, what you're doing. I want to be all up in your business. So I'm kind of like, right. So this one guy was talking really loud and he happened to be like outside my apartment door, but he started kind of like walking around all the different apartments and he wound up actually going over to the lady that's right across from me and picking up the shoes that she has on her doormat and smelling them. And I was like, oh my God, like I gasped because I didn't expect that. And then he came over to my door and I had my shoes out there and he literally took my shoe up. And I swear to God, it's like he fucking knew that I was on the other side of the door because he was like, like staring into the peephole, and I was like, no, just like, oh my God. And he just dropped my shoe down. And then he went over and he like rang the doorbell or knocked on the door to the people that his friends with. Never saw him again. And every time I see those people, I always just like look down because I'm just like, I don't even like, how am I supposed to, I don't have like tangible evidence. Be like, yo, your friend's a creep. He smells my shoe.
I would say that. I would leave a post-it just so you know.
I was like, I'm not fucking around. So I was just like, I don't know these people anyway. So I was like, let me just take my shoes inside. Haven't seen him since. But people ask me periodically, like, have you ever seen him? I'm like, thank God, no, it's just that one time. But yeah, so that's the story for that.
I actually this was very long ago. This was back when I was still modeling. I sold a pair of shoes listen, there are two types of shoes. Walking shoes and laying down shoes. The shoes, the heels are just too high. You can't walk in them. You can only lay down in them. And I was selling one of my laying down shoes.
Okay.
And I was selling them on a site, basically like eBay. Okay. But we have a Swedish version of eBay, and I know we like to do everything backwards, but like, no, we want our own version. eBay is for losers. So I sold them there. I put them out. Someone bought them, and I was like, just texting this person back, being like, so I'm gonna send you the shoes. There's nothing wrong with them. What is your address? And this person, and he signed with a he. He was like, ooh, have you worn the shoes? Yes, no. Yes, but I'm gonna clean the shoes. No, don't clean them.
No. Okay, keep going.
So I packed them up and I sent them, and he's like, do you have a picture of you wearing the shoes? And I didn't answer because I took your money. Bye.
Oh my God, do you realize you probably could have gotten more money?
Yes. How much are you offering?
I know. I was like, yeah, give me an extra $300. You can see me walking in these shoes. Sure. That is, I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, I'm not surprised because there are some people that really love that kind of thing and whatever. I'm not going to kink shame. If that's their bag, that's their bag. But all right.
I mean, even like Kara said that she had like some really weirdos commenting on her YouTube when she was showing her nail polish on her toenails, and I'm like, who are these people looking for foot pictures on the beauty community? Like, how deep in are you when you are looking like, ooh, this seems like it could be a toenail kind of a video? I'm in.
Well, I'll actually tell you a gross story that I think I told this on the channel a while back, but when I was in the subway once, like I had flip-flops on, which in the subway you shouldn't have flip-flops on because the subway is disgusting, like, right? So anyway, I have flip-flops on, it's the summertime, and I'm like standing, and this dude that's sitting down that like I'm in front of, he's like on his phone, I'm not paying attention, and then I see the flash go off. I'm like, this dude's taking a picture. I'm like, what is this about? So I look, and he's taking the fucking pictures of my feet. And I'm like, oh my God, I felt so like mortified because I was like, I don't have pretty dainty feet. I'm not like size 7. I go, no, I have like a size 10 wide width fucking Sasquatch foot. And I'm like, this dude's taking pictures of my feet. Like, what's up with that? And then he says to me something like, oh, can you take your toe and shove it up my asshole? And I was like, and then he just got off the train, and I was like horrified because everybody heard this, and then I still had to get off the train.
And you didn't go after him?
No.
Sir.
First of all, that's one thing you know in New York. If someone says something like that to you, you do not do anything. You do not go after, you just go, okay. Put your head down, you pretend you fell asleep.
I saw actually a flash go off once. I was in my hometown. I moved away from my hometown when I was very young, and I went back there, and I was out in like, there was like listen, I'm calling it festival, but that's really doing this event favors, okay? It's a gathering of people, and there's some music going on. Like, let's not And I see, like, it's dark outside, and it's Sweden, it's dark outside. And I see the flash go off. So I turn around, and there's this guy trying to take a picture up my skirt. And I was like, excuse you. And he turns around, and it's my little brother's classmate. Awkward, super fucking awkward. And I was like, I'm gonna leave now. Okay, bye.
Oh no. Oh no. That's so awkward. So what did happen when you saw him again?
I'm never in my hometown, so I just didn't address it at all. Like, I'm trying to ignore all of it. Like, every time I'm in my hometown, people are creepy. My classmate, me and my mom was out at a bar. Like, again, I'm calling it a bar, but it's more like it's walls and they have alcohol. Like,
yeah. Oh god.
And this, like, my old classmate, said to my mom, "Why don't we go to the bathroom together?" And my mom, first of all, married, and my mom's like, "You know that I'm the mother of your classmate, right? Because this is awkward." He's like, "I know."
Wow. Nice. That's disturbing. I don't talk to a lot of people I went to high school with. I don't know what happened to them. Which I'm okay with, like I don't need to like talk to them. But I mean, this is like a side weird thing. Do you guys have Craigslist in Sweden, or do you know what Craigslist is?
I know what it is. We have something similar. I think
Sweden does everything better.
Yeah. No. Different.
Different. Sorry.
Swedes are gonna have to correct me, but I'm pretty sure that our Blocket is the same as Craigslist. Like, you can literally ask or put on, like, for anything, like, I have, or do you have, like, basically like that. Yeah.
That's cool. Okay. So when I was in high school, me and my one friend, we would this is like when the internet was like kind of new. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't in everybody's house. You know what I mean? So like, if you had a computer, it was like, oh, like, you parents had money and stuff like that. So my dad had a computer. I didn't have a computer. My dad had
You're one of those families.
Yeah.
Dinner and internet.
I know. So me and my friend used to go over to my dad's house, and we went over to my dad's house because it was like there was never anyone supervising us. Like, we could do whatever the hell we want. It was the greatest time. So we used to go on Craigslist just to like read like stupid personal ads. So people would have things called like misconnections or casual encounters. So misconnections is like, hey, say if you saw somebody on the street and you're like, hi, I saw you were wearing a black dress on the corner of, 50th and First Avenue, and I thought you were beautiful. Like, it's like creepy stuff like that. Now, casual encounters is more of like, oh, we're gonna sex. This is sexing. We're gonna sex it up, and me and you, we're gonna sex it up. And I tell you, we used to find all the people we went to high school with on the casual encounter site. So we would, and they would post like pictures of like if their penises and whatever. But then we would see these people the next day, and we had to like pretend like we didn't see them. So that was like, that's probably the most extent of like, kind of like not really hitting on, but more of like just being very gross in a very inappropriate way, is actually seeing our classmates in that fashion. But I've never had someone actually say like, try to hit on my mom to take her to the bathroom now. So that's my contribution.
I don't know if we have something. I mean, I'm sure we have something like that. Listen, I've never been single in like the internet days, so I've never had to do internet dating. I feel like I'm very blessed.
Never had to do internet dating? Oh,
no.
Missed out. You missed out.
Did I really though?
No, not at all. So so I did I did internet dating when internet dating just was like a thing, like it just started. So I'm actually surprised that I'm here and I'm alive, because you don't know people, right? Now I feel like, you have trackers on your phone. Still actually it's scarier because you don't know the people and they could be someone else. But it was really scary back then, though, because like,
Mm-hmm.
it could be anybody. You
Mm-hmm.
missed out. You missed out.
Did I really though?
Well, I met my husband on the internet, so it
Did
worked
you?
out. And my
That's
mom
so
met her.
nice.
She met her husband on the internet as well. So my parents got divorced when I was little.
Oh.
And then when I was graduating high school, she met my stepfather in a chat room for like, I think it was like 40s looking for love. It was something stupid like
I
that.
love that.
They met, and they started talking, and then they started talking on the phone. And then he lived in New Hampshire, which is about like 8 hours, like driving, or no, 6 hours driving wise away from New York. So they had a very long distance relationship until about like, I don't know, I think when I was leaving college or something like that. And then they got together. But yeah, very weird.
Oh
But
wow.
yeah, so I mean, there's some good of it, but mostly internet
I
dating is awful.
well, I will say, when I was single, when I was in my 20s, I did go out on like one date with one guy that I had as a friend on Facebook because I was like, I'm single. I can go out with the most good-looking person in my friend group. You look nice. Do you want to go on a date? And it turns out he was. It was not. The discussions were very slim.
Oh. Oh.
So I was like, no, this isn't for me. I don't think that. I don't think that this is for me. But I mean, but me and Ricardo, like me, Ricardo, and our friend Liam, we were all three of us finding ourselves without a home at the
Oh,
same
wow.
time. So we were like, okay, so why don't all the three of us find this apartment together? Because this is a 3-bedroom apartment, and we'll just have 1 bedroom each, and we'll just not be homeless. I mean, win, yay! And just like quickly after, like me and Ricardo got together, so we already lived together when we got together.
Yeah.
And Liam was like, well, this is awkward.
No. That's
But he's
funny.
the sweetest though. He's living with his boyfriend now, so I think it's all ended up being for the best. But
Yeah.
yeah, so we didn't even have that like stage when we were dating and not living together because
That's so funny. That's so fun. Me and Alex, well, tomorrow makes it 5 years that we've been married. But we've been
oh.
together since 2008. So I think it's like 12 years. So I think my math could be wrong. But we lived apart, I want to say, for like 2 years. And then he moved in with me in Queens.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've been living together ever since. So, and it was just natural. It was just like, oh, come live with me. It'll be fun.
You're here all the time anyways.
You're
Pay
here, you
rent.
might as well. Pay rent. Come on. But no, it's been good though. But
Oh, that's so nice. Oh, you married for 5 years. How did you get married? Did you have a big fancy poofy dress wedding?
no. So here's the
I
funny
love that.
thing. No. So we got engaged actually in 2010, but we didn't get married until 2015 because we
Mm-hmm.
didn't know what we wanted to do. So we initially were going to have like the traditional American wedding, right? Where, you pay
Expensive.
a lot of money to invite people that you don't really like and watch them drink and give you nothing and them call you names. Like I was like, I'm cool. I don't want any of that. So we decided, it's funny. We decided to book a hall because we were going to, that's what we were going to do. So we laid out $500 for this hall. I laid out, I think like $200 for like the wedding photographer or wedding booth. Like we were going to have like this big wedding. I was at work one day and I got this really horrible pit in my stomach. And I was like, I don't want to get married like this because this is not me. This is not us. So I called Alex. I go outside. This is when I used to smoke cigarettes, and I'm smoking cigarettes. And I'm called Alex. And I'm like, I don't want to get married. And he was like, what? I said, no, I don't want to get married. Like, I want to get married to you, but like, I don't want to get married the way that we're doing it. He was like, you should have fucking led with that instead of saying, I want to marry you. I'm like, yeah, haha, funny. But I was like, I don't want to do any of this stuff. And he was like, okay. He's like, listen. He's like, whatever you want to do, we'll do. He's like, not a big deal. I said, okay, fine. So now I'm like, how am I going to get my money back from all these like down payments and stuff? So
Oh.
I didn't know what to do, and I was so embarrassed. So I was talking to my mom. Me and my mom, we actually sound very similar. She has like maybe a slightly higher voice than I do.
I
So she
met
had,
your mom.
yes, there you go. That's right. You did meet my mom. She's such a sweetie. I love her.
Yes,
She
yes.
had to call these places and pretend that it was me and basically try to get my money back, which she did. But they kept asking her, why are you canceling? And so she had the most dramatic story. She's like, well, my fiance, he got another woman pregnant. And they were like, oh my God. And he was like, and that woman happens to be my maid of honor. And they were like, oh my God. Like she would just tell these most elaborate lies just to see if I can get my money back. And it worked. So thank God for my mom.
Oh my God, that's the real MVP.
So I was like, all right, cool. I got my money back. Great, fine. And then we were trying to figure out what do we want to do. And my best friend said, why don't you just get married? It doesn't matter what do you want to do. Like just go get married. Not a big deal. So we had a very small wedding where we had like, I think 30 or 32 people. We had one of our best friends ordained. So she married us. And we did it in Alex's mom's house backyard because they have like a really very big backyard, very like nice property or whatever. And it was like the easiest thing to do. And so she married us, and then we took everybody out to this really nice restaurant out in Huntington, Long Island. And we just had like a really big dinner, and I got shit faced. I just drank champagne the whole night, and it was great. I loved it. I loved my wedding. The only thing is I wish I had was I like when I get really drunk, like I love to dance. Like I am just like whatever, and I'm like I wish I kind of had that like moment to do that.
Okay.
Like the party aspect of it, we didn't have that, but it's like it's okay. Like we'll have it. We can have an anniversary party down the line. Not a big deal. So.
Yeah, like me and Ricardo, we were first like, we'll just have a very small wedding, but we'll do it abroad, and we'll just rent like a villa or something, and we'll just have something. Listen, something. Am I having an alien having us? Listen, someone. We'll have someone come and just marry us, and that will be it. Because Ricardo, since his dad is Italian, he can listen, you all know the citizenships and blah blah blah. And then we were like, oh wait, this is so much planning, and Ricardo was like finishing up his PhD, and we were like, you know what, let's just get married in Sweden. We literally decided this like 2 months before Corona hit. We were gonna get married in Italy in springtime.
Wow.
We dodged a bullet. Like, not a bullet. We dodged one of those big, the big cannonballs from Super Mario, the ones that are like this big. That's the one.
Yeah, that's insane. You imagine?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Can you imagine the stress if you have a wedding planned in Italy and they just shut down?
Damn. Everything happens for a reason. Wow.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So we just rented a old place in the middle of the forest. We had a buffet. I picked up some cakes, and my mom was like, don't forget to buy a cake. I was like, oh, do I have to do wedding cake? Like, I don't want to have that with like the people on top. Like, I don't want that. No. So and so I was like, I'm having a cake. She's like, what kind of cake do you want? I'm like, there are options. Like, I'll never buy cakes. She handed me a book. There's literally like 50 different flavors. I was like a kid. I'm like, does all the cakes have to have the same flavor? She's like, no. I'm like, I want a banana. I want a pear.
That's awesome.
She's like, are you sure this is for a wedding and not for kids' birthday party?
No.
I'm like, and I want the chocolate sprinkles.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh, how long have you guys been together for?
I think 5 years ish.
Okay.
I think.
You're like,
who's keeping count?
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I think I'm pretty sure 5 years. If I'm not 100, maybe 4. Honestly, I don't.
Whatever. Honestly, we used to be like, oh my god, we've been together for like this many years, and now I'm like, I think it's 12. I don't know. I don't like. We stopped counting. I'm like, whatever. We're together. We're one person now.
We wanted to have like a date to celebrate, but we couldn't agree on when we got together. So now we have a wedding date.
So wait, what date in your mind is it that you guys got together?
I thought it was a bit earlier, but apparently not, according to Rico.
Oh my god, bastard! Well, they're like, no.
You can't really agree. Oh well, what can you do?
That's so funny.
Now I don't even know. Now I don't even know like what we were discussing, to be honest. Because now we have the wedding date. Although we didn't celebrate our like anniversary for like getting engaged either. So I don't even remember. We got engaged in our Japan vlog.
Oh well, good. That was great. Spoiler. When I watch it, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, you've already told me."
I already know about this.
Damn it! But no, I mean that's so. For me and Alex, like I feel like numbers. Well, more for me, Alex. I think he could care less. I feel like numbers are kind of important. So like we've been together since April 4th, but we got married on October 10th. So like I kind of like that we did like 4-4-10-10. And it's actually funny. His youngest brother, we're 6 months apart, like in terms of relationship, right? So him and his wife, I think they got together October 4th, and we got together April 4th. So like it's very easy to kind of remember. So it's like, all right, like I know it's their anniversary. Oh shit, it was their anniversary. I forgot to tell them. Damn it! I'm usually so good at this. Wait, what's today?
I am the worst.
Shit!
I am the worst. Literally, I have 3 brothers, and I only know one of their birthdays. I don't know the other 2.
I thought you were gonna say I only know one of their names. And I was gonna be like listen, I got it.
It's springtime. It's springtime.
It's fine. It's fine.
Like I wouldn't remember Ricardo's birthday either if it wasn't the day before Christmas. That's the only reason. Like that's it.
So
funny. And Ricardo is the day before Christmas, and my mom is the day after Christmas. It's a very expensive season.
I was just gonna say that sucks for you. Oh my god, because you can't skimp out. Like you have to get all the gifts. Oh no.
I have terrible. To save up.
Oh my god. That's so funny. Alex's birthday is April 14th. So it's easy for me to remember because I'm like, all right, it's 10 days after this. Cool, I got it. But he's always like, October? And I'm like, yeah. Like, what day? He's like, I think it has a 7. And I'm like, yeah. Like 17. Oh, okay, yeah. 17. Yeah. I was like,
I knew that. I'm just testing to see if you know when your birthday is.
Exactly. I'm like, really? Like, I know I've been in quarantine, but come on. Like, I know.
Oh my god, how is quarantine going? Like, do you go out and do anything, or you're just living your whole life in your apartment now?
No,
like,
this is my
world.
I don't go out during the week because I'm working. This is the thing that sucks about working from home is that I feel like companies kind of take advantage of you because you don't have to commute. So it's like, it's not like they're telling you have to, you have to be on, but it's kind of like, oh, you weren't on at this time. Like, it's kind of like that passive aggressiveness. So anyway, I find myself working a lot of late hours. So it's really hard for me to like, if we want to go out and do something. So when he has off on the weekends, which is every other weekend, that's when we get to go out and like, we'll go places. But like I said before, not a lot of things are open. So like, it's very like, we'll go to the supermarket or we'll go get a smoothie, and maybe I'll go to Target. I don't know. Like, we'll just do like little things. So I feel like I'm getting out of the goddamn house,
I love that. Every friend I have that lives in the state, it's literally like going to Target seems to be like an activity. Like,
what did you do?
Target? Yeah, but I'm like, I don't understand how it's an activity. Like, what did you do on your free time? I went to
Go to
Disneyland.
Target.
I went to the movies. I went to Target. It's not the same thing.
Target can be an experience, okay? But it's funny though because Alex is actually a manager at Target, so he hates it.
Mm.
So he's just like, "Do we really have to go?" And I'm like, "But I want to see what kind of home decor stuff they have." And like that's kind of the argument we get into. But like we'll do stuff like that. But for the most part, there's nowhere really to go. So it's like you kind of are being home. I think I was depressed for a little bit. I know with my content because I just felt like I don't know what the hell I'm doing, So like there was a couple of months where I was just like, how do I post on the internet and like be like, ugh, funny when I'm like, people are like I knew people that were dying during that time. And it was a very serious, and it still is a very serious thing. And it was just a really scary time to be a New Yorker. But now I feel like, I don't know, I think I'm just like desensitized to it that I'm like, all right, now I'm kind of like, oh, so when the world does return to somewhat of a new normal, I have to put pants back on. Okay. Like, like I have to like wear a bra. Like I'm not used to those things anymore. I'm used to just being comfortable. So I'm like, oh, I guess I'll have to, okay, I guess. Well, I'll have to train myself into doing that. Put socks on. I haven't put socks on in like 7 months. I'm like, I can't even think of that. Like put shoes on.
What?
Like,
You don't wear socks?
No, I'm barefoot all the time. I don't care. I'm barefoot all the time.
Literally, listen. This is me on the weekends. I roll out of bed and I put on socks and nothing else. And I'll just go to the bathroom all naked, just socks. Socks is the best thing ever. I love socks.
Oh,
Socks.
I hate socks. I feel like they're like struggling the life out of me. I need my toes to feel.
They're so huggy and comfy and just taking care of my feet and all the
I love that you could do this naked, and even though I'm in my own home, I'm like, oh, nobody needs to see this. I'm just like, no. Give me that garbage bag. Wrap myself up. Just go places.
No, God, I love socks. Socks is the best. Oh my God.
See, and it's funny because for me, the whole summer was kind of like really gross here. So like I had my air conditioner on. So it was like 60 degrees here, like Fahrenheit, which I don't know what that is.
I have no idea what that means. Literally, that could be
that was like
scorching hell or like actually freezing over. Like I have nothing. I'm nothing.
Hold on. Wait, we're gonna figure this out right now. What is 60 degrees Fahrenheit? Unless somebody
I love that. Every time I talk to my American friends on Marco Polo, they're like, it's 200, blah, blah. I can't believe it. I'm like, I can't believe it either. What does this mean? Do I have to Google this? Like, what is it? Are you hot? Are you cold? Are you dying? What's going on?
That's amazing. It is 15 degrees Celsius.
Oh, okay. So pretty cold.
From now on, I will always remember to say Celsius to you. So anyway, so it's 15 degrees Celsius in my apartment at all times. So that's why I'm okay with having
really? Oh my God, I would die. I'm dying hearing this.
I love it. I hate being hot. Like I turn into a nasty bitch. Like I like being cool.
Listen, I wrapped my stool, like I wrapped it in a blanket so that I would be warm.
No.
And I brought a cardigan just to be sure.
No, I need to feel cold. I'd rather be cold than be hot ever. So yeah.
I want to be warm and fuzzy. Listen, I lived in a cold apartment for a bit. Yeah. I would put a fleece blanket and then I would put me and I would put a fleece blanket over. So I was like a fleece burrito. Loved it.
I was like, oh no.
Oh my God, it was the best.
No, I feel like hold on. I'll say what exactly is the only way that if I could be a burrito, it would have to be like, hold on, -12 Celsius that's when I'm like, okay, I need to be a burrito. But if it's like if it's like -2, then I'm like, okay. I love how I'm like, I'm getting good with Celsius now. All right. So -2, I'm like, all right, this is not bad. I could still like wear flip-flops. I'm cool. Not outside, inside. Outside, I have like Ugg boots on and I'm like wrapped up like a little baby tortilla. But in my house though, I'm like, I have the windows open. I'm like, I don't care. Freeze this bitch out. I love it.
Oh God.
I never
No,
put
no,
the
no,
heat
no.
on. I actually turned all the heat off all throughout my apartment. And I put the windows open. I look like a psychopath. Like I'm just like, I love it.
I'm like that old person that's like, is it a bit chilly here? Do I feel a
God.
draft?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Colder the better.
No, I will. No, I love being warm. That's literally the best ever. I'm the person that will sleep with the fluffy, like the feather covers in the middle of summer.
No. I'll only sleep that way if my air conditioner is on 15 Celsius.
We don't have air conditioners in Sweden.
First of all, I heard a nasty rumor that aircon is not a thing in Europe, and I'm like, that's why I can never live there. That's it. I just can't. I can't. How is that? That's crazy. So wait, when it gets really hot, what do you do? Like, what do you do? Oh,
We
God.
enjoy it.
Ugh, get out of here. Oh no.
Listen, I live in Sweden. We don't have any sunshine or any warmth, so Swedes are like the opposite vampires. As soon as we see sun, we're like, ooh.
That's so funny.
Embracing it. You will literally see Swedes outside in like the springtime when the sun is coming out, and they're like standing out like this towards the sun, just trying to catch
like
it.
Zombies?
Yeah, you will see it. Literally, you're standing like that, trying to catch the sun. It's not unusual. You'll see it.
Wow. That's
Swedes
crazy.
do love the sun.
It's crazy. Yeah, no, I'm just like, no, get away from me. It gets really hot here, like really disgustingly hot. I can't. I need to be, I'm inside shielded. I have more color from my foundation than I do from the sun. All right.
I love like being, oh my God, I wanted to go to the beach so bad. But yeah, 2020 was not the year of, well, going anywhere.
Of anywhere. Yeah. 2020 was just not a year.
But we were going to go to Greece this summer, and I was like, I just wanted to be on a beach so bad. I even had so many books saved up for this Greece trip. And all I have now is books I didn't read, and I don't have a tan, okay?
Oh, no. Thank God for bronzer. Just put it all over your body. It's the same thing.
And self-tanner. But I only self-tan my arms and my chest and my, like, that's it.
I'm a bad YouTuber or bad beauty YouTuber because I'm like, when I see that, I'm like, get the hell out of here. That's so much work. How do you not mess anything up? I'm like, I can't reach back there. Like, I mean, I guess you're only seeing this.
Yeah, I'm not tan on my back. Listen, no.
I'm afraid I might leave it on like one spot too strong, and then it's gonna be like obviously a handprint.
Well, I've got some experience by now. But I do tan very easily, and I have been self-tanning more this year because usually I get a really good tan from, I'm not even in the sun. I don't like being in the sun. I like being in the shade, but I still get a really good tan, and that usually lasts me for like 6-7 months. But this year, no tan. So I'm self-tanning instead. It is what it is. I'm just trying to keep the illusion alive that I actually did get to see the beach this year.
Illusion alive. I don't tan. I turn into a lobster. So yeah, I turn red and then I peel like a peel and eat shrimp, and then I turn white again, and then it looks very terrifying. So that's why I don't. If you saw me on my channel and I looked tan, it'd be like, what happened to you? Who took over your body? That's not you. So I'm like, I'd rather be pasty and pale. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. But yeah, it seems like too much work though. Because like you can't shower right away, right? Like you have to put it on and then leave it on and bake yourself in it or whatever.
Well, I listen. I have no
Marinate.
patience. I I have the patience of a hungry 3-year-old. So I can only do the self tanner. That's a 1 hour express. Like I can do 1 hour. Like
Okay.
that I can live with that. So
Yeah.
I go up in the morning, I make myself coffee, I do the self tanner, and I play video games for 1 hour and then take a shower. Like I
I play video games for 1 hour, and that's when I know I need to like take the the seasoning off of me, and then I'm fresh. Got it.
yeah, but
Okay.
I do wish I had a, like, you can see some of the videos that I had before my channel, like older videos, that some of the videos you can see that I just got back from a vacation because I am
That's
tan, like
so
so
funny.
tan, because I tan really like a lot.
Wow.
Like I turned into like a dark medium, like none of my foundations should
Yeah.
be. And I mean, Ricardo is like half Italian. He only has to like think about the sun, and he starts to tan a bit.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Alex is half Italian, but he's like
Mm.
me. We're pasty
Oh.
little boys. So it's just like we're always like white. Like same thing. He gets red or
Mm,
whatever. But
mm,
it's funny though seeing people like in the neighborhood that you could tell that are older that never put on sunscreen when they were younger, and they look like
yeah.
a leather handbag, and you're like,
That no
that's
one took care of. Like no one took care of this
no.
MS.
No, and I'm just like, what color are you? Like, that's not even a color. It's just like you look like a vintage handbag. How is that possible? That's scary to me.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I don't like being in the sun though, but I do love my sunscreen. I'm like, I think that's that. Yeah, but I don't burn, and Ricardo doesn't really burn either. I guess he got the olive skin Italian
Oh,
gene.
see, that's nice. I think people who have like the olive skin, they just tan so beautifully. And like when growing up, I went to school with a lot of people that either had like olive skin tone or just like tan skin. So like a lot of like West Indian
Mm,
people, like in the Caribbean. And they had
mm,
like beautiful color. And I was just like literally standing next to them, like I literally look like uncooked chicken. Like I
mm.
couldn't go to the beach with them because I'd be like, I would be dead. I'm like, I'll catch you later. It was terrible. I was like, because I like the beach, but I'm like, I'm just terrified of it.
Yeah, I brought my friend to the beach, and she's paler than you. She's the shade of envelope. Like she
Oh
is the
God.
palest person ever. I
Oh,
I brought her to the beach, and I was like
you want to
laying there.
kill her?
I think she might have said those exact words. And I was laying there, I was dozing off a bit, still under like an umbrella because I want to have some shade. And I look over, and she is on a towel, under a towel. So she is a towel burrito on the beach, and she takes the towel off, and it is literally a shrimp coming out. I'm like,
Oh no.
how? You were even like under a towel.
Oh no.
Yeah, she was so pink. She was like this. This was this like
Oh
she was
yeah.
pink.
Yeah.
I was like, sweetie, I think we need to go like inside a bit and just like, I don't know, put you on ice.
Yeah. There was this one time when I was in Florida, my best friend, he's half Italian and half Puerto Rican. So he has
Mm,
beautiful skin color, right? Like a true olive skin tone. And he could tan. And him and his sister, they could tan. So we all went to the beach in like St. Augustine, I think, in Florida, which is a very beautiful beach. And I wanted to be cool like them. So they had Panama Jack, which is basically like I think an accelerant, right? A tanning accelerant. So I'm like, I'm gonna get,
oh,
yeah, I know. Oh, I'm a friggin' idiot. So I
so
was
you
like,
put cooking oil on
I
on the
basically fried
uncooked,
myself.
you
Yes.
uncooked chicken. You're like,
I fried the shit out of myself, so much so that at one point they looked over at me and they were like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, I swear to God, I thought I was hallucinating because I had a heat stroke. They literally threw me into the ocean just to cool me down. And they were like, all right, we got to leave. That night, when I looked into the mirror, I was so red. I was so red for like 3 weeks. I had to use a whole bottle of foundation to make myself look pink. It was terrifying. I was like, I will never do this again. Never. And after that, I was like, all right, I'm here. Not doing anything.
Everyone's laying by the ocean. Only the background noise of Theresa sizzling.
Yes. Like a little fajita. Like, I'm like,
and you look
it smells delicious. I'm cooking.
And the air is like going like this over you. It's like
I smell so good. So
like,
yeah.
Is that bacon?
Thank God this happened a long time ago. So I'm okay. I don't do that anymore.
Speaking of smelling of bacon.
Yes.
Once I tried to curl my hair like I was at listen, kids, don't do this at home. I was at a pre-party. I got back to my hotel room and I was like, I would like to have waves in my hair. So I waved my hair, and in the middle, I was like,
oh,
do you smell bacon?
No.
And I literally fried a piece of my forehead, and it was like a big red mark for weeks. It was so, I was thinking holding the iron against my forehead, and it was like, you can smell the burnt flesh. See, this is why you don't curl your hair when you've already had a couple of drinks.
No, not at all. Actually, that kind of reminds me of this one time. Well, the only time I went to Ireland, I didn't realize about the outlets, right? So like no one told me that the outlets are very different, that you need a different charger or whatever. So I brought, this is 2006. Okay. So it was like really cool to like flat iron your hair to like, you know, literally like touching your face, no volume, right? Like you just literally flat iron your hair. So me and my little cousin, she wanted to use my flat iron, but I wanted to use it first. But I was just like, I wanted to use it, but whatever, you can use it first. Fine. I'm so glad this happened to her and not to me. So we finally, like one of the people, I guess that were like on the hotel floor, gave us their connection thing or whatever to like make it that we can actually plug it into the wall. And she started flat ironing her hair, and she was just like, smells really weird in here. And I looked back, and her hair is gone. Like it fell, like it's just rotting, like hair's gone. And my hair straightener split. It melted. It actually melted. And I was like, what? I was like, thank God it wasn't my hair. But it took her like 3 years to like grow her hair out. I felt so bad, but I was actually happy it was her, not me. Oops.
Well, I did the other way around because I went to US. When was that? Me and Ricardo went. That was when we went to LA, I think. And I brought, because I have like a traveler hair dryer, one of those you can like fold over. I know, I'm such a globetrotter. And I brought it to US, and I brought an adapter, and I put it in, and it was laying like, meh. I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? Like, it was like nothing. It was like nothing. Waste of energy to bring that to US, and just it was nothing. But I will say I prefer that to the other way around, and you bring it, it's like a jet motor, like oh
my God, it's so funny.
I brought all my lights, like my studio lights. I bought them in UK, and I was like, please work with adapters, and they do, and I'm so happy with that. But it's something about the US. There is like something different because it just doesn't work the same. And yeah. Ricardo explained it to me because apparently he knows everything, and I don't remember what he said. I wasn't paying attention.
I love that. He knows everything. It's fine. That's funny. Oh.
Oh my God. Oh, this one. I need to go to the hairdresser too, but I hate going to the hairdressers. They always want to talk, and I don't want to talk. Just cut my hair, and then I'll leave, and that'll be it. Like,
we go to this one girl, actually both me and Alex go to her, and it happens to be Alex's friend when they used to work together a long time ago, and now she's stylist or whatever. She is the only person that I'm like, I don't mind having a conversation with. Everybody else, I'm like, get away from me. Yeah, she's the only one. Oh. Stacy.
Thank you so much. That is so sweet. Oh, I love this. Same. Thank you for validating.
I agree. Like, there's some people that I'm just like, just don't talk to me, please. Just don't talk to me, like, please. But I don't mind her when she cuts my hair because I'm like, all right, I have a relationship with you. I know you. But normal circumstances, if I don't know you, I'm like, get the hell away from me. Like, yeah, no, no.
No. And it's like, I don't understand how they are not bored with this, because I'm sure they're asking the exact same questions
They
to
are.
everyone. Like,
Oh,
how's
yeah.
your day been? How's it going at work? Blah, blah, blah. Like, ugh, I don't want to talk about that. No. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
That's
I
what
go to the
I'm sorry, go
I
ahead.
go to this lady. Yeah, I go to this lady now. I go like once a year because I hate getting my hair cut. And 15 minutes. I go in, I go out. She doesn't say a word. Perfect.
That's amazing.
It's match made in
That's
heaven. I
amazing.
love that.
I was gonna say, it reminds me of like when I have to, so okay, as you know, like I'm working from home. We have these forced happy hours on Zoom.
No, really?
Yeah. Oh my God. By the way, can I tell you? Apparently, when I was out of the office, I was nominated as the Halloween happy hour person. So I was like, when the fuck did this happen? So apparently I have to throw a happy hour together for like Halloween. So like everybody in my office, whatever. But the point about like not talking to people, or like when you have to say the same thing over and over again, that's kind of like the forced happy hours where it's like, how are you? How is everything? It's just like, I don't care. I just want, like, I just want to go.
Can you imagine how weird? Like for me, like we never had a lockdown in Sweden. Like I was always at work. Like there was never a lockdown. Can you imagine how weird it's going to be for you when you go back to the office?
Oh God.
Like,
oh God.
Can
I
you
can't.
can you imagine? Me and Ricardo was watching a movie like a couple weeks ago. It's just a normal movie, nothing special. They were sitting on the bus, and just a random nobody, not even part of the cast, they were coughing on the bus, like, and we were like, can you imagine how long it's gonna take before you try to kill someone who's coughing close to you?
Oh, I know. Well, can I tell you?
This has ruined me for life.
So, all right, this is actually a really funny story. I went to Sephora because I hated the rare beauty stuff, so I returned some of it and I got some of the Makeup by Mario things. But before I went in there, I had my mask, but I had it like I was wearing a hoodie, but like I had a pocket in the middle. So I had my mask in my pocket. And so before I like go into the store or whatever, I took I took the mask out of my pocket, I put it on, I go into Sephora, and immediately as soon as like the woman says like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" And I went to go, "Hi," I inhaled like hi. I guess there must have been a fuzzy or something from my pocket that was on the mask, and it immediately went to the back of my throat, and I was like, and then I was like, oh my God. Like everybody literally just like dropped their eye pencils, and they're just like staring at me like, get the hell out of here. And I was like, I don't have corona, I swear to God. I was like, I'm just here to return stuff. It was so bad. I was so mortified. I was mortified. I was like, why did this happen to me? No.
I have the worst allergies. 2020 has not been the year of allergies, let me tell you that.
It's terrible.
So I like in my office had like glass, like three, how would I say it? 3 walls, and then I have windows behind me, and there's a glass like wall towards the like hallway so that I can see people that pass by. And I have the worst allergies, and sometimes medication doesn't really help. So I was sitting there and I was coughing a bit and I was sneezing, and I have literally my 2 coworkers, both of them leaning in from like, and I can see them leaning in on both sides of the glass ceiling. They're like, I'm not dying, I have allergies. They're like,
oh, it's terrible.
I was like, not dying, allergies, promise.
That's the worst. Honestly, I don't know what it has been, but 2020, you're right. Like there has been like at least 4 instances where allergies have been so bad where I feel like I had to be like, no, I don't have corona. Like, I'm good. Like, trust me, I'm good. It's just allergy. Like, sorry. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh my God. I actually had to stay home from work for a week when the allergies were the worst because I was like, I can't like, because I went via train, like, because I commute. Like, I can't explain this.
Yeah.
I'm nothing.
God, no.
I don't know how to explain this.
It's funny too, because I'm thinking about like when I eventually go back to work, we are all like, we're in a cubicle farm, so like everybody sits pretty close to each other. It's like I don't even know how we're even gonna figure this out, because before COVID, when somebody sneezed, eventually it would work its way around to you, and you would get sick. So I'm like, oh God, no.
Yeah, that sucks. I wonder how many changes they are gonna make, because
we'll find out.
Oh my God. Oh my God. We've been here for 1 hour and 40 minutes. Are people still live? Are you still live? We have 642 people here. So
oh my God, what?
That is a lot of people.
Hi. Oh God.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here and watching this train wreck of a after work.
Yeah.
Talking about everything.
Middle of the day.
Well, it's the best though. And I mean, my husband is actually at an after work, so it's just me and the kiddies now. I'm catching up. Listen, this is what 2020 has done for me. I am watching Gossip Girl for the first time. Never watched it.
Isn't that show like 15 years old? Oh my God.
Yeah, they have flip phones. That's how you know.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I remember that. Memory.
They hang up and they're like,
you know what? It is satisfying to go like, you can't
now
do
it's
that
like,
with your phone.
swipe.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's not the same. I want the, like, yes, evil.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh my God. But thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And thank you, Theresa, for being here. Don't forget to check out Theresa. I will leave the link down below. So check out Theresa. I will have another live next week. Did I mention this in the beginning? With whom? No. I didn't mention this.
Available. No, I'm kidding. Who?
I am having Amanda from Makeup Just for Fun. We are having a live.
I love her.
She makes
all the time.
She's the best, and she's so much fun. Oh my God! And we are going to be discussing what we think brands should have released for this holiday season. So that is what we're doing next week.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Oh, but it was so much fun. You're always welcome back, Theresa. I'm having so much fun doing these. So thank you all for being here. Don't forget to subscribe to Theresa, and don't forget to subscribe to me as well. And I will see you on Sunday. Okay, bye.